President Tom Graves.
Well, thank you. It's great to be with you tonight. And first of all, I just want to thank you for the support you have shown Julie and I through the series of campaigns, and you have blessed us with tremendous support. And now today is 49 days since I was sworn in Congress, and we hit the ground running. As you know, our first speech from the well during the swearing-in ceremony with Nancy Pelosi standing at my back, I sent a message. I said the message is clear. From the hills of North Georgia to the hill of this great capital, it's time to cut spending, balance the budget, and empower the people. And that is the message that I've delivered each and every day as being a member of Congress. And it's because as we were on the campaign trail, we heard the message. And the message is this: the top's getting a bailout, the bottom's getting a handout. We all know who's going to get the bill. That's our kids. So how are we going to stop it? And it starts with cutting spending. And as you know, our first bill was introduced this past week, and that was to defund Obamacare in its entirety. And that's a three-step process, starting with defunding, then repealing, and then replacing Obamacare with free market capitalistic solutions. And then we know that we've got to repeal the unused portions of the stimulus bill, which I'm a co-author of, as well as just in general begin cutting spending across the board in Washington. And I'm co-author of legislation that puts a stop to it and says that no, we're not going to raise taxes on capital gains, we're not going to raise taxes on inheritance, nor the marriage penalty, nor every tax bracket in the United States, whether it's individual or corporate income, because that's what's going to happen in January if something doesn't get in the way. So the bill that we've co-sponsored will stop that and keep those tax cuts in place. When we handle spending cuts, tax reform, that gets to the number one issue, that's job creation, the number one issue facing our nation. And it can be solved easily, and it's by empowering the private sector, and we've got to stop empowering government. But there's a lot of work to do, and I appreciate the support you've shown me. And as we continue moving forward over the next few days, I'd be honored to have your continued vote. Thank you.
Next, we have Senator Lee Hawkins.
Good evening. Appreciate everyone coming here tonight and listening to this forum. Let me tell you something about myself. I think when you know about us and our past, it helps you know about the decisions we may be making in the future. I was born and raised in Gainesville, Georgia. Both my parents were working parents. They both served in the United States Navy and were veterans. Neither one had a college education. In fact, my father only had a 5th grade education, and my mother with a high school education. But they worked very hard and gave me something, the opportunity they did not have, and that was to go to school, go to college. And I studied hard and got accepted to dental school and came back to Gainesville, Georgia 33 years ago. There I started a private practice in dentistry, and I have been a small businessman for those 33 years. I have hired people, and I have some of the same people I hired 32 years ago. So I know how to bring jobs, how to make jobs, and how to keep jobs. I have been president of the Georgia Dental Association. I was elected by my peers to represent them. And then in 2006, I was elected to represent the 49th District in the Senate. After one term, I was selected by our Committee on Assignments to be chairman of state and local government operations. I have had the faith and the trust of the Senate and the people of North Georgia and the people of Hall County. I believe very strongly in a number of things, and among those are less taxes. And I know that as a small businessman. Less regulations. I know that as a healthcare provider. And more personal responsibility. And I know that as being both. I look forward to the forum tonight. I look forward to talking to each one of you after this forum. Thank you.